Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Grow with Aziza. Today's episode focuses on comparison. How is it possible to stop comparing yourself to others? Have you ever looked at someone's life and instantly felt like you are behind? Maybe they are more successful. Maybe they earn more money. Maybe they seem more confident. Maybe they achieved something you have been trying to achieve for so many years. And suddenly, instead of feeling happy for them, you start questioning yourself because comparison is one of the fastest ways to destroy your confidence, your self esteem, and your happiness. But here is something most people don't realize: the problem is not comparison itself, the problem is the meaning we give to it. When you see someone doing better than you, your brain immediately creates scenarios like, for example, oh my gosh, they are ahead of me. I am behind. I am falling. They are successful. I am not. And so many other things. And that is where the pain begins. Because success is not a fixed amount. Someone else's success doesn't reduce your chances of succeeding. Yet, our brains often treat life like a competition. If someone wins, we feel like we lose. But that is not reality, that is perception. Think about a student who compares themselves to the top student in class. They see the grades, they see the result, but they don't see the hours of studying. They don't see the extra hours this best student takes. They don't see the books read during summer vacation. They don't see the sacrifices. They are comparing outcomes without comparing effort. And that is never a fair comparison. The same thing happens at work. A colleague gets promoted. Immediately, frustration appears. You wonder why they were chosen. You feel overlooked. But instead of asking why them, try asking a different question. What did they do that I can learn from? Did they improve their communication skills? Did they volunteer for projects? Did they become known for solving problems? Did they invest in learning and growth? That one question changes comparison completely because now you are no longer feeling insecure. You are becoming curious. And curiosity is far more powerful than jealousy. Honestly speaking, one mindset shift that changed my perspective is this: comparison becomes toxic when it attacks your self worth. Comparison becomes useful when it provides information. If you see someone doing something you really want to do, don't use their success as evidence that you are failing. Use it as evidence that it is possible for you to succeed. So instead of saying they are better than me, say something like they are showing me that is possible. They are showing me what is possible for me to do. So instead of saying I am behind, say something like I am on a different timeline. Instead of saying I will never get there, say something like what is the next step I can take today? Because confidence doesn't come from being ahead of everyone else. Confidence comes from knowing you are moving forward, even slowly, even imperfectly, even one step at a time. The truth is, there will always be someone richer, smarter, younger, more experienced, or more successful. If your happiness depends on being better than everyone else, you will never feel satisfied. But if your happiness comes from becoming better than who you were yesterday, you will always be growing. So, the next time you catch yourself comparing your life to someone else, pause and ask, what can I learn from this person? Not why am I not there yet? Seriously, that simple question can definitely transform comparison from something that hurts you into something that helps you grow. So, before we end today's episode, I want you to remember something. There will always be someone who has more than you, someone who earns more, someone who looks better, someone who started earlier, someone who learns faster, and someone who reaches a goal before you do. If your happiness depends on being ahead of everyone else, you will spend your whole life chasing a finish line that keeps moving. Because no matter how far you go, there will always be someone further ahead. But that is not the purpose of life. The purpose is not to win against other people. The purpose is to become the best version of yourself, to learn, to grow, to improve, and to create a life that feels meaningful to you. And when you truly understand that, something powerful happens. You stop looking around so much. You stop worrying about what everyone else is doing. You stop measuring your worth against other people's achievements. And you start putting that energy where it belongs, into your own growth. Because every minute you spend comparing yourself to someone else is a minute you are not investing in yourself. Imagine where you could be a year from now if, instead of comparing yourself to others, you spend that time learning a new skill, maybe reading a book, improving your health, building your confidence, or working toward your goals. Your future changes the moment your focus changes. So, the next time comparison shows up, don't let don't let it convince you that you are not enough. Don't let it convince you that you are behind. And don't let it convince you that someone else's success means you can't succeed too. Use it as a reminder. Use comparison as a reminder to focus on your own path, a reminder to keep moving forward, a reminder that your journey doesn't have to look like anyone else to be valuable, because the only person you should compare yourself to is the person you were yesterday. And if you are growing, learning, and becoming a little better every day, then you are already doing far better than you think. Thank you so much for being here today. Thank you so much for listening, and thank you for spending a part of your day with me. If this episode helped you see comparison differently, or if you know someone who constantly compares themselves to others and needs to hear this message, please share this episode with them. And if you would like more conversations about confidence, mindset, personal growth, self improvement, success, happiness, and building a better life, don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, take care of yourself, keep growing, and remember, your life is not a race against other people. It is a journey of becoming the person you are capable of being.